Establishing battlefield control, standby. Hello Brigadiers, Haywire here. Brushtail Command has launched an adventure beacon. We will be joining up with the fleet momentarily. I'm just doing some last-minute diagnostics on your ships. Make sure to rally to your ship by typing !locked in chat. Diagnostics complete. Your ship's weapons are armed, engines hot. Everything is green. Ready? We are launching in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, have fun, Brigadiers.
my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Welcome on in. Lance. Oh, man. Ink, good morning. Welcome. Oh, hang on. I forgot to plug in my paw beans. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for the follow. All right. Well, this showcase begins in under 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. We are going in. Dance party. Excuse me. Oh man. Okay. Let's do this here. Let's pause the music and unmute. Oh. Okay, wait. Perfect. Oh my god. Put that story mode on. Oh, flip. Yeah. Oh my god. You're 100% correct on that. Story mode needs to go on. Woo! Thank you. Yeah, cuz that would have been bad. That would have been really bad, wouldn't it have? Discover the final shape. Cade! Alright, let's see what Cade is doing here. Oh man, here we go, guys. It begins!
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes Awakened.
Oh shoot! Oh my god, Bio, can you give me the link? What's the link? You're right. I should be watching this on Twitch.
Before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us.
Flip. I forgot.
Our heroes would
Gato, hello.
Far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore.
Joe, hang on. I need. It's under Bungie. Okay, hang on.
Hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire leap.
Oh, it's ads. Oh, the ads are real.
Their friends far into the early morning.
Okay, get out of here, ads.
City, where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they bring their friends and their family into this world, and together meet new faces.
Good, Joe. Keep the introduction going. Keep the introduction going.
Now, together, we approach the final shape.
Okay. Whoa.
We're about to embark on the last expedition of Destiny's first saga.
Joe, hang on. Give me just a second. Okay.
The journey will be difficult, and what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced.
Okay, perfect. Got it.
There
Did
will
it.
be no open doors. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come. Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same
truly prepared,
a vacuum-sealed experience, begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
Okay. we did it, guys. Oh, this is a Cosmodrome. Wait, this is a this is like the very first.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back.
Ooh. Whoa, wait. It's the tower.
You were chosen.
Yeah, that was me, the first
The
Vogue.
truth is, I didn't know then.
Dude, the audio is... Oh, Gjallarhorn, the audio is distorting a little bit.
A feeling.
Oh,
But I know now.
lies. There was no
After
mantling in
all we've
D1.
seen, all we've lost.
Ew.
This fight might be our last. So I'm asking you one last time
So goopy.
to rise.
An axe? Bring it? Wait, was that a void super? Hold on. Was that a void super? Dude, that looked like a void super.
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've
Thank you for
been
the
building
hydrate.
to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that, as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and
True.
allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies.
Yeah,
and
Luna.
Vanguard.
Yeah,
It
I
has
think
to
so.
be this place that,
I'm
like,
betting he's the
makes you
raid
feel
boss.
nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by Ghost at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help, and it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Thanks to Sabathun.
Inside is Paleheart the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
Okay.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no
The
meaning.
thumbnail
It wants to
has.
fix all that.
I do,
So
Kelvin.
it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the
What's all the
Witness,
goopy
it's
stuff? I
going
want to know
take
what the
everything.
goopy stuff is.
Failure is not an option.
We're gonna need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of Oblivion.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a new super.
In the final shape,
Yeah,
we're going
absolutely,
to
Kelvin.
answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our Ghost, get to reconnect with.
Does that mean they're
26.
actually going to be on the
So,
battlefield
like,
fighting with
while
us
there's this
now?
Great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights. It's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
Best hunterhood ever. The wolf helmet. Look at it. Wow.
Shape, we're going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is
Wow!
infinite,
Oh my God.
vast, unknowable. And we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
Dude, that's a tower.
The Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange. It makes you feel a bit uncomfortable.
Okay.
And it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
Okay,
this is the
that's
Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable Blockhalas from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower.
yes.
It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players
Linear?
felt that they began their journey in a place of safety and feel it escalate in danger, in surrealness, because there
Okay.
is this beautiful evolution of the space.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the
Hands?
Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing
Very weird
off in the
hands.
distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there. as
Okay.
you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth. You feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the Witness keeps throwing everything it has. at you.
Revisiting
And
places.
so we're going to fight these new enemies, the Subjugators.
Oh.
Subjugators are the new
Wow.
enemy you're going to be facing in the final shape. They
Okay.
have an enhanced power set. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting.
Wow. All right. I'm digging it.
Really new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities.
Do they look like
throwing crystals at
scions,
you,
like
freezing you in
super
place,
scions?
tangling you up.
Okay. Cool. I'm down
We're
for that.
focusing
What
you
is this?
on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
And Cade.
Is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination.
It's kind of funny.
And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
Okay.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's only natural
Raid
that
time.
when you are going to confront the Witness, you're going to do that in the raid. But that might not be enough. This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final
Oh,
shape
it's like the
and
Cosmodrome. Okay. Harnessing the light. Are we getting new supers? I saw that.
We
Oh,
are
this dude
inside the Traveler.
does a lot of sound
Very
effects.
close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse.
Okay,
but also
so that was a
can
new
benefit your
super.
allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome.
Can we
the
get it?
odds.
Wow, an axe super.
Is its ultimate expression of
Can we get a
solar energy coursing through
super
your
turret
guard.
for
The Solar
stasis?
Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than
What?
Golden Gun,
Whoa!
This is
Whoa!
the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's
What?
like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches
Whoa,
around,
whoa.
and then it hits a character and bounces off and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing with this energy that you are
Okay.
also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar
I
weapons,
imagine it's not self-res, but
The new Solar Warlock aspect, when I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when
Hey, we get a
it
solar
launches
soul!
part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes and scorches them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Twilight Arsenal.
Okay.
It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it,
Whoa.
summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these
Wow.
axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch
Sounds
of energy
fun.
enemies in and then explode.
Oh, and then you can grab it. Did you see that? You can grab it.
And you and your allies can go and pick up that axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold.
Let's see
my grenade
Bio
button
if that's enough to get
consume
Taylor
the
off of
grenade and
Arc.
turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast.
Oh,
that deals massive
like
damage.
Black Panther. And his suit.
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink
Oh
to its
my
position,
God.
do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
The hunter has an aspect. We take
Okay.
our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like
Wow,
you're
team
playing a
play.
fighting game.
Okay,
You have,
I like
these combos
it.
that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable we are.
That gets my attention, right, Bio? Dude, that looked cool.
That was
I'm-
good, but I think it's more like. You know?
Dude. My Sun Singer
Weapons
is
has been
back.
around,
That's
all
so
sorts of
cool.
goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking
Okay.
up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration.
All right.
We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid
Whoa.
fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
This will be
Oh,
the first
okay.
time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis
Oh.
loadout.
Whoa,
Tessellation has the additional
okay.
property
That
you
has
can
my
special
attention.
reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. That's a very
Wow.
special weapon.
What's the one specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler beam cutscene. I know people. on
Okay,
Reddit's like,
okay.
I want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these.
Oh,
iconic
that was a
Destiny
trace
weapons,
rifle.
but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvostov into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath.
Oh!
Burn the world.
Whoa! Whoa! That's. I'm thinking that's Hothead. They're bringing Dragon's Breath back. Oh my God, dude! My Starlight Calamity is gonna return in all of its glory, dude. That's epic.
We always liked the special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage.
Dude, wait, did he just say this is a hand cannon that shoots rockets?
And rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies.
Whoa!
Really
Flare, where are
bring it
you,
to
dude? We
Dungeons
need.
and keep my team alive, honestly.
Wait, is that a legend? Time out. Did they
Weapons
say
games
that's
always come out with
that's a
new ideas.
legendary?
We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Wow.
Come on, take a load off. We've got a lot to cover.
Okay,
This
Cade.
place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so... I'm back! Hey, you two!
Dude, I'm still geeking out over Dragon's Breath, dude. That's what put my Starlight Calamity build in T1 over the top. And the fact that it's returning,
Get your
dude.
rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't. Well, better get back to it.
Cade!
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long
Yeah,
enemy, the Witness.
we gotta bring him up to
Cade is the
speed.
quintessential hunter. His presence cast such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to finish the
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I
Once we
agree
started
with that.
digging into the nature of the Pale Heart, I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide. Cade is Virgil, and he's our guide through this other place. Cade is the one who is the
Virgil,
most
remind me,
appropriate person
who's
to be the guide,
Virgil
'cause that's his
again?
job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together.
Virgil is from Dante's Inferno. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I know Virgil.
The journey that Zavala's
I
been on
recognize
and
the
how
name. I just don't
he's
remember
taken
where
down
he
this
comes
dark path,
from.
and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cade's voice of levity and brightness that he brings to that group. I think is going to be great for them.
Well,
I agree.
At least we have each other.
We want people to take
Chicken!
away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
Here now. Wherever the hell here is.
Yeah, I still want to see the scene with Cade and Crow. Okay, unlocking the path. Does that mean new subclass, or what are we?
The Witness poses a dire threat.
Oh.
And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek.
Ew.
Only if we contend with her sister, Xivu Araf. It rests with me. Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Oh. What the hairball?
Bring me your tithes.
Eris, what the heck are you doing?
Hide magic and have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire Guardian and open the way to our tithes.
Okay.
Let them know fear. The death of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in
Oh, we
my
playing
name,
cards now.
Every opponent
On, hello.
strengthens me. My appetite rises for your brutal tributes.
Okay.
Let us show her what it is to be Hive.
You have found the horn of battle! You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Okay, Season of the Witch. All right, all right.
The Season of the Witch is our opportunity as players. We've been annihilating and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we learn that Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we need to go into. That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem first, and that bigger problem's name is Xivu Arath.
All right.
If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's
idea.
a wild ass idea.
O-
Yeah.
okay. What is her idea?
It's like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're creating by going through, by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Bring me your tithes.
What does that mean for the characters and the player to kind of like
Okay.
be like Savathun? And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We want to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers.
Yu-Gi-Oh
It's a
cards?
magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really
Whoa.
leads into the build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm such a sucker for
Wow.
being able to like bring that element into Destiny.
Literally
games.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah,
it's
really
super
fun.
Okay, I'm game for something brand new like
We've got
this.
2 brand new seasonal activities coming with Season of the Witch. We've got Altars of Summoning and Savathun's Spire.
Savathun's Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random and
high density.
The Witch's Spire itself, Savathun's Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun.
Keep talking, Master Spellcaster. That's who I am, baby.
You can spend like 20 minutes in it, or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
Okay. Okay.
We really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox
Okay.
Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most
I like
fun
Seraph
content
Shield.
the team has making. It's
I want the
fans and players
Whisper.
of Destiny love
I want the
most.
Whisper of the
most
Worm Quest.
exciting
That was the
thing,
fun
outside of
one.
just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable.
Now that's exciting. I will say that's exciting. Dude, what's up with that guy's
Season of the Witch, we have
helmet?
a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really
Oh
tight
yeah,
gameplay
this is the Vex
experiences. We wanted to make
simulation
sure that
map.
We focused the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit. It's like, hey, shoulder to shoulder.
Igneous
we're off.
Hammer.
There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with, and a lot of the flow of the map is actually.
I think I have
built
one.
around
I
this,
just
like,
it's
kind of
it's
central
garbage
pillar
rolls.
of the Vex network that you're orienting around.
And there's also some modes coming too, right?
We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one.
Oh yeah, the relic one.
So we've got the shield coming from
The
Vault of
shield.
Glass. We've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we got the scythe from Season of the Haunted.
Yeah, so you're going to be reaping Guardians with that thing. It's a lot more tactical gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then
Yeah, I would
grabbing
go with
them
the
in order
shield.
to,
Shield
push
is cool. I love the shield.
I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty hypey
Okay.
this season, obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very hypey season, there's only one answer.
Crota's End. It's Crota's End. I knew it. Okay. Crota's End.
I have seen what the Hive call a god.
All right. How are they gonna fix the Thrallway? Because there's that cheeky God, I hated all those Thrall. Oh, there's the bridge. How are they gonna fix the bridge, cheese?
Can stop his wrath.
Ah, yes, the encounter before Crota. That one was always annoying. All right, so Crota's back in all of open to all players. Okay, dude, Reddit is probably going crazy. They're like, no, it should have been Wrath of the Machine.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all Guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers.
Eclipse, don't worry. The more reprise raids they come out with, the more it can only be Wrath.
Connecting with other players.
Shifty, hello.
In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required.
Oh, we talking about power
One of the
levels?
major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really with the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying
But
to
does
do
it end
that
as
is
the Hive
making
season,
it
but
easier
Wrath?
for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your
Bye.
friends along to play any dungeons and
Okay.
raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with
Okay.
the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other
Yes.
Guardians to join you in this high-level content.
When it's combined with
Fire Team Power, baby, let's go.
strangers that you've never played with before and have that same experience. That's all regardless of the power level of you.
I approve of this. I
Fire Team
definitely
Finder
approve
is
of
the new
this.
feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best.
Oh
and
yeah, dude, I
aspirational
forgot
content
about
in
this.
Destiny. We have a tag
In-game
system that
LFG
allows
finder.
players to be able to say, well, this is my playstyle. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good day.
Anti-sweat.
Exactly.
I love
Tags
it.
really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing
Okay.
goes live, players will be put into a listing
Those will
bubble
end up
where
being the
players
most
can
toxic.
gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. In D1, it was solo
out
for
today
most
that I'm
things.
incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we
Oh.
went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to have a mission for Forsaken, a mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the
Okay.
memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like,
Okay,
hey,
for
this
new
is why
players.
it's important that this happened, and here are the people you met along the way.
A really big one that's really timely for Final Shape is Cayde's last stand from Forsaken. This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
All right, I approve of this.
We're reaching the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
The episode.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the Final Shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the Final Shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments. And
this is kind of I've been kind of like pushing them to do something like this.
Styled experiences throughout the Final Shape year and the episodes with it than any
But
of the
like,
seasons.
they need to slow it down,
These
maybe
new
get rid of
stories
one of the seasons.
Are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
Okay, so they're not.
Frequently, it's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often, and it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode.
Ikora coming in with all 13 of her supers.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling.
Okay, so that
Episodes
looks.
provides this
Oh
awesome
no,
foundation
Fickroll,
for
what
the
are
future
you
of
doing
Destiny.
back?
Moving
Stay in
into
the
next
vault.
stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the Final Shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
Okay.
What makes a guardian a guardian? Devotion, bravery, sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason. By something greater than ourselves.
Yeah, same, Panda, because it sounds.
Eyes up, Guardian.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
Fires of each new battle. We are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every hunter.
What is it the Guardians say? Devotion inspires bravery.
Bravery inspires sacrifice.
Sacrifice leads to death. The line between light and dark is so very thin.
Okay.
Let's cross it together.
New Stasis Super, please.
Only the dark can overcome. Trust me.
You've heard the stories of the Traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity.
Now the purpose is its end. This time, there is no escape.
Become a legend.
It's going to be an exciting year for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting, a fire team racing across.
You mean
our solar
DMCA
system,
rock blasting?
and at the end, a simple message. become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're gonna be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system, allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles,
I like that.
Shape, we're gonna continue our legends in Echoes. It's Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness saga is gonna kick off the future of Destiny 2, we've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this,
true.
We've got Season of the Witch. With a
Season
new story,
of the Witch.
new weapons, new armor, new activities, and new PvP content, all alongside a series of story concept missions.
I'm really hoping that
allowing
the
any of
new
your
map
friends
is
to
a
jump
good
into
one.
the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world. Then, next week, a brutal reprisal of Crota's End is going to join the ranks
next
of our
week?
aspirational content. I can't wait to see you all in the Throne World as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
Okay. There's a teaser again. That's kind of cool though. That will, I mean, it doesn't seem like. Yeah, Eris, that's a little extreme. Like, I get it, but man, it's a little extreme.
After all these years,
Dude, I cannot believe my Sun Singer is back.
This fight.
I mean, granted, it's not the self-res warlock, but
So I'm asking you to
I am totally down for that new super.
one last time.
So interesting. No new excuse me. No new collector's edition reveal. Yeah, I know Germ will probably get this.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate
Spade and Bio and
items
see
from
what
the
we
universe
can-
for players to enjoy outside
Right?
the game. So this year we're doing a Destiny 1 tower. We really tried to work
Whoa.
hard at thinking about 10 years of
Okay, that's
Destiny
kinda cool.
and how best to encapsulate that experience.
Even as the game dev who've worked on it from day one, like I think having it.
Well, I am happy that they introduced two, or I guess three new supers. It has me hopeful for the future of Stasis.
You get the
Because I'm sorry, the
figures of
Warlock
Vanguard
super
mentors that accompany that
is
architectural model.
There's
I
a
need
lot of,
another
like,
one.
Hidden messages and hidden things.
There's gonna be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope. And so we've been playing a lot with magnetic locks and sound effects and lights. Just sort of make this
Wish
experience as a
Strand.
whole,
Well, I didn't
really
expect
special.
I didn't
It's sort of
expect
the perfect
Eclipse to
symbol
see any
of
like new
Destiny.
Strand
I'm
or
so excited
Stasis
for it.
supers today.
Me too.
Because they're kind of the, I don't know. It seems like it's heavily focused around the light. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I will admit I was thinking that we might get a new subclass reveal, whatever that red subclass was, but maybe maybe that's for I don't know, maybe a later trailer, or maybe like post final shape and more of the colored fist. Yeah, I'm really happy. So I'm really excited for Titans because like I've been saying this for a long time. Like the giant the giant hammer super that Solar Titans get. I'm like, dude, this is super cool. They need to lean more into this fantasy instead of just punching and a flying bullet. And I think the giant axe is brilliant for this. That is true too, Bio. Oh, post show. I hear that they're gonna be reading questions from the audience. That's gonna be an oofer. Yeah, I'm super excited about Dragon's Breath. Like, really excited. We don't need to. Oh, I know. I gotta take something for this cough, dude. It's. Yeah. Dude, right? Sunsinger is back. Now, I didn't hear any word of the Sunsinger being able to self-res, but still, it's cool to have cool to have it back at the very least. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm really interested in that trace rifle that shoots traveler beams. Given how Strand introduced in Lightfall, maybe they wanted to avoid repeat for the last chapter of the saga. Yeah. Well, another thing that if like there's no there's no new subclass for Final Shape, at least we don't have to worry about like the new subclass dominating over the entire campaign. Bated breath that we got our first new hand cannon in near 4 years with this season. Yeah, I'm curious about that hand cannon too. You know someone's gonna ask about Wrath? Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, they'll probably curate it. I think I see okay, I'm trying to figure out who the 4 are on the couch. I think one of them is Mark Noseworthy. I think? Question mark? I don't remember. Blue, thank you for the pets. Alright, begins in less than a minute. Yeah, I think that was a pretty solid I think that was a pretty solid trailer. like I won't lie. I mean, I knew this going in because Joe said so a few days ago in the meeting thing that he had with us. My excitement will be a trailer that is released that talks more about quality of life stuff. If there's one thing that excites me more than like new content for live service games is excuse me. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the Show stream. My name is Taylor Liz. I'm a Destiny 2 player and content creator. I'm excited to be here live at Bungie. We're gonna have 2 segments for you today. A little later in the show, I'll be playing through the brand new Season of the Witch content with my good friend Pika Peach.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna shut it off before then. I don't want to get spoiled.
More about what we just saw. What's next for the future of Destiny 2? Pika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Taylor. My name is Pika, and I'm also a content creator and Destiny 2 fan. You can often find
I thought the
Taylor and
new
I playing
season looked
together
better
in
than
some sort
Final
of
Shape.
challenge in-game.
Yeah, they're.
It's beyond honored
Excuse
to
me.
be sitting down with everyone here
They
today.
seem
so
to. Let
let's
me
do some more
lower her.
introductions.
Thank you, Pika. It's great to have you here. Hi, my name is Cosmo. I'm the lead.
Oh, never mind. That's Cosmo.
Here at Bungie, and my role is
I
supporting.
don't know why I
our
thought it was
amazing
Mark.
community team, all the
Who's?
great
Oh
work
well,
they do,
whatever.
helping prepare weekly check-ins and sending info out to our players. I'm going to be teaming up with Pika today.
Okay.
We're going to be asking some guys
Yeah, they're keeping.
that we didn't get to cover in the showcase.
They definitely seem to be keeping a lot of stuff close to the vest.
Thanks. I'm Dan McAuliffe. I'm the general manager for Destiny 2.
Like with Witch Queen, the Witch Queen showcase. You were like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here.
Destiny 2.
But hey, it's Joe. But yeah, I'm a little, I don't know, I guess that's a little concern of mine is generally speaking when people when it's like a showcase or like a big reveal trailer and and you walk away from that showcase and reveal trailer with kind of like a question mark. So why did that? Oh, because okay. So Luna, the reason that backfired is because it's very temperamental. Where the S and the C have to be capitalized. I need to figure out how to fix that.
I just think we have this ability with these supers coming out to shift the meta in a really exciting way, and like I just haven't gone through them and gotten some hands on them. Sorry, like no spoilers, but like I think they're gonna play in all parts of the game. So I think you're gonna see these in the campaign.
I don't know if I'm that interested in this post show.
Sort of pinnacle achievement of our Guardians journey.
Because I don't know, I feel like they're not gonna like talk about anything
for me,
greater than what we saw.
The weapons. And I know, like,
shock.
Yeah, we make a lot of weapons on Destiny 2, right? And so why are we excited about the weapons this time? I think the team sort of really looked and said, "What's core to Destiny, right? Like, what's really important?" And we said, "Hey,
Website slowly being updated with new info." Okay, let's check that out. Because I want to go into excuse me.
Character right away. They're like changing the way.
I want to look at the
exotics, right? It's not just like I think it was alluded to like
Destiny 2 showcase.
The sniper rifle.
The weaponry. I want to look into the weaponry.
Also, we talked about these new weapon subtypes, and so. What's a support auto rifle? We've made.
Oh, okay. Wait, Joe's talking about the support auto.
Well, if we do it in a legendary, what needs to be different about it so we can make this thing that feels as useful to a fire team as someone bringing Galahorn? That feels as useful as someone bringing Divinity. We know that's the bar.
Well, it's Joe. It's a legendary. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be that level.
We're gonna make them matter, right? We're gonna go out and you're gonna get awesome stuff on. The Pale Heart. I think we showed a little bit of it. There's like these sweet, they look like a deck of cards if you go back and watch the footage. And a bunch of awesome stuff coming in the weapons. And so I think
I'm gonna comment on the aspect of revisiting your journey.
We're a loot game, right? Like the loot should be awesome.
It can come off as just reuse assets as expansion. It really come down to Panda like how they utilize it.
In the reveal, the Pale Heart destination is the first linear destination ever done. So can you talk us through why it was decided to make it more linear destination?
Yeah,
linear.
I know what it means.
Yeah. So
the math lesson now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many folks have been in algebra recently, but if you're like me and need a little refresher, linear.
Please.
Line, right?
Walk
like
me
that's
through
what
it.
we're saying here. So
right. So
classic Destiny destination, we think of it as a loop, right? There are these big public areas. They're all connected in a circle, and then from those areas, there's little offshoots. There are little alleyways that you can get.
Yeah, because if you guys notice, like every patrol space is like a circle.
Going inside the Traveler. One, because the Traveler is huge. When we talk about the Pale Heart, we're saying, like, hey, what if you were an alien, you landed on Earth, and the only part of Earth you saw was like a parking lot in Montana, and you were like, "Oh, this place is huge," right? Like, it's sort of like, okay, so we're going to show you a really small slice of what is inside the Traveler.
It's interesting. I want to go over. Oh man, nobody has
going somewhere vast, unknowable place.
I want
on
to
one
see.
End, we've got the portal, and on the other end, we've got the Witness that's built this giant monolith. And so every single area that we've built is built in a consecutive line from one to the other. So you travel through these things and you can look back at once for. And if you need to go to the next part, you're not
The
going
line.
to these offshoots that end.
Season Exotic is a grenade launcher. Is it a special GL or is that a heavy? And where are you finding this info, Pyle? I'm like...
Yeah, it definitely is.
Okay, cool. Well, that sounds insane. So, super different.
That's what we go for.
During the showcase, it was also mentioned that completing the campaign would unlock the full destination, and that it almost like reacts as we progress. Is that kind of what you're hinting at, or
The
can you explain that a little
website.
bit more?
I must just be
so,
blind.
Two things we want people really to kind of what they're thinking when they think about
Dude,
it. One,
stop asking me
it's a
for my
bit
birthday.
different in the way that you experience.
Oh, it's because
the
I'm not
Pale
logged
Heart
in,
right
is
away.
it?
So normally, you might land on the throne world and you do a mission.
Yeah,
and
let me sign
you're
in.
out with your Sparrow, exploring the throne world, doing the missions if you want to. Day one of the final shape, you got a job to do, right?
Okay.
And so it is mission, right? And
Still
you
asking
go
me
through
for
and
my
say, "Hey,
birthday."
we've got to stay focused on this thing. When you get to the end of that day one experience, everyone can sort
Season
of
of
like
the Witch.
collectively take a breath, collect themselves, and then you just this realization like, oh, we're like inside the Traveler, right? Like we should probably go see what that's about.
Right.
And so the whole destination unlocks for you. And there's a lot of things that are different about the Pale Heart.
Yeah, let me scroll back up here.
I think we're gonna save some of those juicy tidbits for what's different about this destination.
Joe, I'm gonna
and
put you
how it sort of
put this
compares
over
to
your
what we've done in the
face
past.
really quickly.
But
We'll
yeah,
still
it's
listen to
it's a
you,
pretty
but
different experience than even what you might expect in somewhere like the Dreaming City.
okay,
And for real,
activity.
like, we want to save some of these juicy tidbits, not just because it's fun, but
The
because
both are match
I mean,
made.
The Traveler's just been this inscrutable godlike sphere that people have wanted to know more
Present
about for
offerings
so
of
long.
which
And,
in the
like,
Witch
this is the
Queen's
opportunity to
otherworldly
experience some of that
prison to
mystery, and
summon
that's-
foes,
I'm excited to see how that
increasing
plays out.
challenge,
right?
defeat
So
them, claim
what
their
can we really
power.
Yeah, I think we,
Okay,
you know,
that's
we
a
talked
giant
about this,
X
we showed
button.
a little bit. The section that you're in.
Power of the Spire,
it's shaped
defeat
off
its
of
custodians,
there.
and gain
So
access
who's
to the
been there?
altars of summoning.
The witness, right? The witness messing stuff up. Yeah.
Oh,
Right
so wait, you have to
there,
play
we're trying
Savage
to knock
Inspire
on the
to
door,
unlock
get inside.
altars of summoning? Interesting.
And we're gonna make it eventually.
Progress
so
through the season by earning
got this
cards and
really
building a
unique
deck
aspect to it in a
of
bunch of
selected
the GLs,
rewards
like
and
something you've never
enhancements.
seen before.
I'm
Like,
very
these
interested in
places feel
this.
like, you know, this heaven on one side, hell maybe in the middle, crazy destiny surrealness. at the end.
Interesting.
And
This is
then
an
there are
interesting
these accents
armor.
Of like, God, I'm at like a crazy heavenly beach, and then you see this giant ghost carved into a mountain.
See a
Or you
hand
see
cannon?
the D1 tower erecting out of this, and so you know we're really excited to sort
Whoa.
of give people this like distilled destiny experience.
Power of
that was
Elucent
really
Knight's
new.
most quintessential and unrelenting grenade launcher. Moths
we've got
included.
feedback from
You get to
players
summon
who
moths
wanna
with this
learn
thing?
more-
That's
more about the
interesting.
origins of the witness and the
Okay.
Veil during the Lightfall campaign, rather than wait until later
Oh,
on
wait,
the season.
is that...
So players
There's a
have
giant
narrative
moth on this
expectations
thing.
for the final shape. How are we
Moth
taking this
Keeper's
feedback and
Wrath. A
making this
hunter's
the
grenade
epic
becomes a
conclusion
cage of loyal moths.
Oh yeah, no, I mean this is
Wow.
the sort of fun of the challenge for this, right?
Okay.
Because the Light and Darkness saga.
Titan
has been
armor
such a
empowers
focal
both
through
Burning
line
Maul
for really
and
most of
Consecration to
Destiny's
unleash
existence, right?
cyclones
Like,
of
it is
flame.
this epic story. Joe
Wow.
was just talking about, you know, some of that sort of culmination. Of
Okay, then
experience
Void
inside the
Soul
Pale Heart.
created by Warlock
And so
lasts longer
this
and gains
is
strength as defeated
a spot where
targets.
we have to
Retrieve them and
really
redeploy
land
them at
that-
will.
that culmination in a
Really?
satisfying way, right? Like there's
Oh,
a
that's
confrontation that's
curious.
been happening. There's a story that's been being told. This part of the Destiny world
Brota's
we have
End.
to end really well, and the players deserve that, and the story deserves that.
Forged
and so
in
there's some things we're
metal,
doing to account for
trees.
that. But in addition, we have to set up the next set of
Interesting.
stories. And we're going to talk probably more about episodes in a bit, but like starting after the final shape with the new episode.
A true Mothman build.
We're gonna tell all different stories, and we'll learn more about the world of Destiny moving forward. So that's the unique challenge that we are taking very seriously. And to accommodate that, we've done more, I think, on the narrative side of the fence than we've even done in the past. You know, more significant writers' rooms. We brought in more folks from even other parts of the studio to really kind of consult on this and make sure that, you know, all of our fans who probably know the Destiny lore better than I do are getting the pieces and answers to the questions that they want answered.
Yeah, I don't know, Panda. I don't know. This looking back on it.
You know, there's more.
I don't know. The showcase seemed to be all right, like lukewarm. Like I'm
questions and give them the note card shuffle here in a minute. I think one of the things that we knew that was going to be challenging about this is, hey, we're telling the climax of the story. We know. That,
I think a part of the reason for that being is that like we really don't know
Bungie delivered on
the witness. Like we still don't really know what the witness wants. Like yes, it wants the final shape, but what does that mean? Like it's
important for us is like okay,
it's like a nebulous
confront the witness, like
a nebulous thing that is not tangible. Like Savathun, she wanted the light. We know what the light was. We know how powerful the light can be. We've killed gods with the light.
The witness was
like we understood that.
As Valka-Or, right? Like, it's probably not a thing that our.
But like the witness is just like, oh, I want the final shape. Well, what does that mean?
What we really think is this
like how does that affect us?
Like the penultimate episode, or the right before the season finale of your favorite TV show, and it really sets the stage for, hey, this is exactly what's going on.
They may have done it that way because they over-delivered and overhyped Lightfall last year. And then I mean, yeah, I suppose so, Bio.
This raid beat, and so it's sort of a reverse Taken King. If some of our people remember that moment in the Taken King, we delivered a thing where, hey, day one. For 80% of our players, they're like, I dealt with Oryx. And then for like 20%, there was this other thing that they could go do, have another experience with Oryx.
Right.
And so.
Okay. I mean, he's talking about the raid.
For everyone to go really set up what's happening in the final shape. And then for everyone, right? And we're not going to get into that, right? You should all wait for the raid, right? Like, and we're going to like help make sure everyone is brought along for the end of this journey. I think it takes a lot of our learnings from both really classic experiences like Crota and Oryx and sort of
Alex, hello. Welcome on in.
And Callus and like
thank you for the hydration.
And, okay, we think we can do this the right way.
Yeah, and also just for something like this, when you complete the circle of this story that we've been telling, we want to make sure that we're paying homage to the things of the past, and we're talking through just
as a non-Destiny player. If you asked me right now if I was interested in Final Shape, I would probably tell you no. The supers I thought were the best part of it.
You can enjoy
yeah,
that's you can enjoy the campaign. You can understand what's happening.
Panda?
But there's just a lot more if you have.
I'm just worried. I guess
so
because like
that means I have to play the raid to get the full story.
No. Now, while we're really excited about something like Fireteam Finder coming in and making it easier for anyone to get into the raid and experience those beats.
That is a wizard fox, so I am.
Our strategy sort of as in the past was we said, hey, there's something more for those who raid. There is a piece of the story, right, that is told in the raid. There's a piece that's essential. But it is definitely not going to be a moment where only raiders get to see the end of the Light and Darkness saga.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
So we
dude, what is it?
Skirt around
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just kind of concerned because like
a glimpse of the new enemy, the subjugators.
This should be like the penultimate climax. Like everybody should be hype. Everybody should be excited.
Yeah,
I just feel like Bungie's being like extremely cautious. Now I understand the debacle of Lightfall, but like I don't know if you've learned anything from Lightfall. Why wouldn't you go out and be like, dude, this is the craziest. We're so excited about this.
It could have been anyone that scolded me. And so I've been playing a lot.
I'm just so for me personally, I'm just worried because like I remember after the showcase for Witch Queen, I was all in. I'm like, dude, give me this now.
Through the wall and look at me.
Like right now, I'm kind of just like scratching my head, I guess, and I don't mean to feel like this.
You feel like you have a battlefield full of enemies.
I'm really hoping that the next two seasons like really gets into the witnesses like idea of what the final shape is. But I get the feeling that the next two seasons are going to be focused entirely around A, getting rid of Xivu Arath, and B, getting into the portal.
10 taken scions, and suddenly a subjugger is like, what if you
something
all
that
had
might not
little
have been
pyramid buddies?
finished?
You're like,
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is true. That is
Right? So
true.
there's still these moments where you're like, you might want to just hold on to your super. You might want to hold on to some heavy ammo when you're playing through the campaign, just in case this butts through. I think one other thing that we've really learned from both.
Yeah, I'm hoping that in the next couple of months, with maybe like another trailer or so, we get a little bit more.
And we're very careful in both Witch Queen and in Lightfall to make sure, hey, we don't want to overuse these. We don't want this to become a thing where you get a bounty and it's like, kill 20 Light Hive. Oh, wow.
I think my only concern, at least with the initial final shape viewing, I'm more concerned with the nostalgia aspect of everything. I'm hoping it's not. Remember the D1 tower? That's so cool. Remember XYZ? I think having callbacks to things is great, but I hope it's not the entire experience for the majority. I 100% agree with that, Panda, and that's a little concerning on my end because
it's going to play out until I experience it. Joe described it really well, but what I want from these units as a player is I want that moment of and insert obscenity here so Cosmo doesn't yell at me.
Right.
But like. And the Subjugator absolutely delivers that in the same way that
I am excited about these new Subjugators though. Like I am a huge proponent of the Lucent Hive.
I'm just as
and
for myself and my fire team,
the Tormentors. So having like these new Subjugators that'll be casting Stasis and Strand, I think that's going to be a really fun experience.
Because whatever he just described, what you were picturing, is probably lighter than what's actually going to happen. Like Pyramid Buddies are Arc Souls, and yeah, to say.
I'm picturing some, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. Okay, so Dan, this is for you. Your favorite, or everyone's, not yours, everyone's favorite hunter, Cayde 6, is seemingly back from the dead. Can we get a little bit of the story on that?
I mean, I'll happily take this one because I love talking about Cayde 6. I mean, here's the reality. We've been talking about this all.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, Panda. They spent a lot of time on like, oh look, Cayde 6 is back, and I'm like, that's awesome. I love it. I'm so grateful that Cayde 6 is back.
Right, and
but like,
so
he's not the centerpiece of this story. Like it's about the witness and like what is it doing?
To have Cayde 6, Zavala, Ikora on comms talking through, and I think the most critical part of that is it's Cayde 6 with Nathan Fillion, and I don't know about everybody
like
else,
I'm definitely happy that Cayde 6 is back. I think his character brought something to this game that we haven't seen in quite some time, and I think it is wise of them to bring him back now.
It just changes the dynamic for me as far as like what I feel about what's going through, the sort of complexities of the story. But the part that's important, I think, to know is that like this is Cayde. Like Cayde is back. Cayde is with you on this journey. He is your guide through the Pale Heart.
Yeah.
And there's other stuff that we're not going to talk about just yet because I want players
to
experience it.
It was kind of weird hearing this story was always going to end with Cayde. I don't really like that. I fully agree with the concerns.
What's the final shape? How are we going to do this? What's really important? We really wanted to make sure that this experience felt like the most distilled version of Destiny. Like it's Destiny dialed up to 11. It is the like Destiny extract that if you were baking with, you're like, you only need a few drops. Like this is very potent.
Well, I hope Joe is correct, because like right now I just don't understand the Witness. Like I understand him a little bit. He wants this final shape. He they fuse together an entire species into one entity, and they're looking for purpose. But at the end of the day, like what does that mean?
Cayde 6 talking to me, and even I would say everyone's
and even if we were to get here's the other issue I have right now is even if we do get into the portal, like how do we stop the Witness from like doing the little finger thing and then suddenly our ghost is spaghetti?
Not sure what it smells like.
Like we know about the Witness, we know their origin, we know that they're looking for something called the final shape, and it's was probably something like reality bending, like create a new reality or something.
And we just saw in the showcase.
But how do we negate the abilities of the Witness so that we can actually fight it?
Going to be different than seasons.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, let's start with sort of what
it means the final shape will be decided between the Guardians of the Witness at the Waffle House.
Of the seasonal model. Because the seasonal model's done a lot of great things for Destiny.
So I just see, and this goes back to the failings of Lightfall, right? Lightfall should have been entirely about understanding the Witness,
great stories, introduce some new
understanding what its final shape vision is, so that we know the scope of the threat.
Like we really
of what the Witness actually wants.
Like we wanted to deliver it quality. We wanted to deliver it on time,
and then we could have spent the entirety of these 4 seasons building up like, all right, how do we get the magic armor that stops him from spaghettifying our ghosts? How do we get into the portal? Once inside the portal, how are we going to get reinforcements in there?
The first
like I just feel like
the final shape,
I feel like there have been a couple of seasons this year that just feel like it's a waste. Like the Amanda season, for example. Like we didn't really with how much that Lightfall did not answer, we didn't have time to go and explore why everybody was capturing prisoners and taking them up to Callus's ship. We don't have time for that.
To be so formulaic, so it allows us to do what I think Destiny
So does
really
the Witness
well,
want the final shape to reshape the Traveler or everything? These are, see, Panda, these are the important questions that should have already been answered. Like, we should be going into final shape knowing pretty much everything, and it's just a straight shot, run and gun, like, alright. He's enacting his will now. He's in the Traveler. We got to stop him. We know what he's trying to do with reality.
All of us who are players, right? Like,
but we don't even know that. So this is where my concern comes in. We have to carve out a segment of the final shape, either in the first act or the second act. We have to carve that out and actually explain what the Witness is trying to do. Is it just trying to reshape the Traveler? Is it trying to reshape everything? Why is it trying to do this?
So I think what episodes allows us to do.
What does the Witness's vision of the final shape actually mean? Like, what is that supposed to look like? Is it supposed to be some paradise, or is it supposed to be something that?
Which I think is just going to
that's going to look ugly and like wipe us all out. I don't know.
Yeah. So one of the
who's to say if someone like Savathûn doesn't swoop in after the Witness is dead and just use it to change something?
Again, we've talked a lot.
Yeah.
It's like pretty important that when the final shape is happening, everyone in the universe is saying, you know what's important? This whole thing that's going on in the Traveler right now. We've got to stay really focused. So we wanted the episodes to be a reaction to what happens when the final shape resolves, right?
Okay.
And so this means both. We don't want to tell a competing story at the same time.
True.
And we want, hey, once the first episode kicks off, for it to be in the context of what happens in the final shape. So the majority of the narrative content, the activity content,
yeah,
really
that's where my concern, because like
happens that reset
when we went into Witch Queen.
However,
we didn't.
We know there are some systems that just need to be online. So the
we didn't need a whole explanation of what Savathûn was doing, right? We knew well before Witch Queen that Savathûn's desire was to get her hands on the light by any means necessary. And so we didn't need to carve out part of the Witch Queen to explain, oh, well, Savathûn is coming to the forefront because she's going after the light. Like, we already knew that.
We might see it in
like, imagine the first three missions of Witch Queen was like trying to figure out what Savathûn was doing on Mars. Like, why is she on Mars? Okay, let's go through and explain exactly what Savathun, and then we get to a room where it spells it out for us, and it's like, oh, she's after the light. Like that's 3 missions that would have been carved out of the Witch Queen to just like explain it to everybody.
We all just know what happened, right? Like we were all there for that. And like, yeah.
But I'm hopeful. Like, look, this is just my concerns. I want the final shape story to far surpass Witch Queen.
Reset at every act.
I wanna leave final shape and being like, Witch Queen was child's play compared to this story.
For each subsequent act, so 200 ranks.
But right now, there's just so many like little details that are just not clear to the player that I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time being like, oh, I feel some sort of tension because of the stakes.
Hey, we really value this. Can we get more of this? And so like, great, we got that. And then we're also just going back to some old experiments. One of the things I'm really excited
so with Cade being alive, at least with the Travelers, so is being inside just some sort of Guardian afterlife? Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like silver and it glows, and I'm like, yeah, and Hunters, Titans were like,
see, and that's another thing that they're gonna have to. Well, maybe they won't even touch on at all.
Not only is there, you like, hey. And I was there. I did the whole thing right now.
But yeah,
awesome helmet, and everyone wears.
It's just a lot. There's a lot that Final Shape has to do, and generally in media, I've never seen.
Their teeth into and feel rewarded from.
Patty, hello. How are you doing? What did I miss on the showcase? Well, we saw a glimpse of what was inside the Traveler, which is kind of like these Sky Island things, which looks pretty cool.
Different experience there,
we're getting new supers for the light subclasses.
Yeah, so day 1, you're gonna see something that looks exactly what you expect the artifact to look like, right? It's got the same amount of rows and columns. We've really been honing in on how to make each artifact.
We got a glimpse of the Season of the Witch, which is the season that started 14 minutes ago.
It's a magic space.
Just from my viewing experience, Final Shape soon has to be better than Lightfall. That's about it. They're taking me from Burger King to McDonald's. Yeah, because I just my concern is it's going to be a Star Wars Episode 9 deal, where like Episode 8 was so bad that
we are shaking up
like the things that should have been in Episode 8 now falls on Episode 9, and then it becomes like a mishmash of like.
We love this idea of
weirdness and doesn't make sense and stuff like that.
And then just being a few weeks
I knew it. The Witch Queen came back, dude. Tatty.
It's like
I think the witch that they're talking about is Eris, though.
Like, how can we make sure?
Like Eris takes her hive magic to a whole nother level in this.
It sounds like it'll be like really refreshing. More often. But can you tell us what happens after the first 3 episodes? What's next with Destiny 2?
So the episodes are our new storytelling framework. You're gonna get less information than you want, but they allow us to really move the story forward in different ways. And so one of the things that we want to experiment with.
It seems like these episodes are like self-contained.
Stories. Do they have to all interconnect? Can you play them in specific orders, things like that?
You don't need Savathun then? You'll have Hive Witch Eris, throw that Savathun coffin into the sun.
Rolling episodes forward and keep telling different stories and take whatever learnings that
and I'm kind of sad though, Panda, because like it sounds like we're gonna be defeating Xivu Arath this season. And I'm like, I don't know if I appreciate the Hive God of War being defeated in a season, and rather and not having her story end as an expansion.
Going to still be working on Destiny 2 Final Shape, and so
I'm not gonna kill you for that.
And so I'm a little sad. So that's another thing. Like I really wish that Lightfall's expansion would have revolved around Xivu. Like I think that would have been way more interesting. Like if they were gonna close out the 3 siblings, like Lightfall should have been hers.
Yeah, just to go back to what Robbie was saying.
Oh my God. Shade, hello. How are you doing?
Show you where we're driving.
Welcome on in.
Again, to what we were saying before, we think the episode model with the 3-act structure.
I hope this season turns things around for Bungie. I do too. There's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, and preferably answered before the final shape.
Maybe. Who knows?
You know, you gotta find out what happens.
That means the boss of the final shape will be Greg, secret left-hand man of the witness.
What are some changes that are coming that will make it easier to get my friends in the game?
There's a ton. I mean, there's a ton. So
that's a good question, actually.
We'll go through some specifics, but like finding ways to make it easier for people to group up and play together and improve that experience was a pretty big focus for the last year and a half and moving forward. I'm thinking.
Yeah, but how about talking about,
especially in quarantine? But
so we got Fireteam Finder coming in season 20.
Absolutely, yeah. But even before we get into the specifics,
yeah,
like,
glitches.
This is just better when you're playing with friends. It's better in groups. It's better with a fire team. And so being able to build that fire team and being able to play the best content is the sort of overarching goal for what we're trying to do. And yeah, so we got Fireteam Finder, we got Fireteam Power, we've got
another thing I'm worried about too is what Bio brought up earlier, is that they're worried about over delivery. And I think with it being the conclusion of the Light and Darkness saga, I don't think there's any room not to over deliver. I think, like, I don't know, if it's something that you truly love and it's the grand finale, I think for just this once, I think over delivery should be the main focal point.
What are my friends focused on? Can I make sure that's out? This is great for them. It's also great.
I'm curious to see if these episodes will work. I'm curious to know why they just didn't cut seasons down from 4 to 3. That is a good question, Panda. I was not a fan for loadouts for a longer time. The longest time in Destiny 2. Interesting. I'm a huge fan of loadouts.
I think it's gonna both be a way that
I hear that the loadout system in Dim is still working though.
But also allow
you don't want to say something is coming and then something happens and you can't deliver. I suppose that is true.
Get in the game.
You know the community won't take that well at all. Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna go play PvP. We're gonna
go. I feel isn't a thing that got memed on a lot post Lightfall. Yeah, they don't want to create expectations that can't be met. Yeah.
Let's clear that gap. But for
somebody's posting, can't you all just enjoy stuff, please?
I think there's gonna be this new influx of Guardians.
But I have.
They'll be like.
I have a bar
what's that all about, right?
for
like,
Final Shape, and I'm really hoping that Bungie can pull it off. Because yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I want to be so blown away by this campaign. I wanna leave and be like, this is one of the greatest video game stories I've ever had the pleasure of going through.
For Guardians between Fireteam Finder and Fireteam Power and
I wanna leave looking at the credits and being like, this was the quintessential ending of a 10-year saga.
In all seriousness, like that's the goal behind all these systems, and I think Joe painted a really good picture.
It gives you a better chance to be surprised. I do agree with that. Like if they want to keep it close to the vest, I'm a-okay with that. But I am definitely, like, if they keep it close to the vest, I'm going to be very, very nervous going into the final shape.
For our new players this year and helping them get through and onboard the systems. Guardian Ranks wasn't able to solve, like, okay.
And I'm hoping that I am dead wrong when I hit the credits of Final Shape.
Who is Cade 6? I'm talking about Cade 6, and so Time on Reflections.
I thought so Bio. I think the showcase overall was good. I enjoyed the showcase.
I want to go to the timeline. I want to read a thing.
Alvard, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, I think it was really good.
And I think that for
I'm just
new players, it's going to be an exciting
narratively.
content.
Like I have no doubt in my mind that the gameplay, the armor, the new exotic weapons, the new activities, all of these are going to be phenomenal in the final shape. My only concern is the narrative. Get cheese, nerd.
And so this is stuff like
oops,
free roam.
Sorry, Joe.
Regular strikes queue. The base power of an exotic mission, right? Which we're really excited. Like, we want to build more Seraph Shields. We want to build more Presages. And so for a bunch of this, we're going to say, even if you don't have a friend.
Okay, wow, I'm gonna have to read over this later.
We've adjusted the difficulty.
There's a lot here.
Right, so we know you want to go around the destination and be able to one-shot dregs with the hand cannon.
Oh, there's a stasis for Warlock. Increased consistency of penumbral blast, fast-moving targets.
We're dialing in that power. Okay, this is a great like base experience for the story.
Fragments. Whisper of Bonds now creates an orb of power for you and your allies after defeating frozen targets, rather than directly granting super energy. Oh, ooh, okay.
The dungeon trials, right?
Okay,
I care about power.
I'm gonna have to see that that orb of power change.
A guy by the name of Matt Noguchi, who is.
I'm so excited. I am too. This is gonna be an epic.
And then I look at my
is part of the season rewards. Interesting.
This high, right? And so we still want to say, hey, you know, you feel like you're rewarded and engaged, but
I'm really curious about this season's activities. It sounds I've been pushing for this for quite some time, more so recently since last season. But Bungie really needs to introduce a horde mode in Destiny, where it's like you go in, you keep playing, keep getting waves, enemies keep getting stronger, and then you try to get as high of a wave count as you can before you die, and then when you lose, like depending on what wave you were on, determines how good your rewards are.
We're gonna respect your power.
Because like that would create a PvE experience that people want to go back to over and over again and play over and over.
Play the raid and then go get
because we're like PvP, you get a new experience each time because you're playing with new players, and your experience is going to be different every time you load into the Crucible. But with PvE, you know, sure, some activities may be challenging at first, but then you get into a rhythm. You're like, okay, well, you know, these amount of enemies are gonna pop out when we get to this amount of HP, and you get to the point where it's like, okay, I understand how this works on a quintessential level, where your experience is basically the same every time, but with the horde mode, it brings in the opportunity where it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, I understand that the enemies are going to be coming out, and this is where I think the modifiers could be really cool, where like it randomizes the modifiers every wave.
I've got this Shane, and he is a master.
Mouse, hello, how are you doing?
Destiny off and on. I would love to be able to say, Shane, we're playing Trials this weekend, and I know you haven't played in a while. Please just put the client back on, get inside, and him just be able to go, and I'll have better weapons, I'll have better armor, but he's still gonna pop Golden Gun and get us 2 kills every time. And so I think we do want to still have that, you know, experience for.
But overall, good showcase.
Something that we are walking in carefully and saying, okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna test it.
I also really want to see the list of exotics that they showcased.
And so I think Joe's right. Where we'll start with power enabled sometime during the episode. We'll flip the switch.
I only got about 10 more minutes on stream, guys, before I have to head out because I got to get ready for work and whatnot. Provided I have work today. I mean, I still my.
So I'm excited to see if it gets more variety of players into trials.
Let me see if, because usually by this time, my company sends out this notification like, oh hey, you have a shift coming up on this time. But not even that's coming up, so I'm like wondering.
Yeah.
So this is probably. I'm a big LFG user.
Okay, there's the notification. Okay, perfect.
Joe, we want to raid this time, this day. I'm like, I don't know. I've got time to my desired raid experience is that I
okay,
log
cool.
in and I say I have, an hour. I have 2 hours.
So
and I'm like, I want to raid right now. So I'll get on my.
I'm gonna have to get ready pretty soon.
Friends on to play with. One of the community
I will say, thinking on it while I was took a quick bio break, I think the matching of your fire team leader's power level sounds pretty good for activities, and in-game LFG sounds funny. I am definitely happy with the fire team leader power level.
Version of this activity. I can just go in game and say.
Because that was always like a problem where I would want to do Grandmasters, but I was never I'm like, okay, I gotta grind to get.
What do I want to do? Okay, I want to do the new seasonal activity. I want to do it Legend, and you can pick even at this stage. You can say, just give me people.
Oh, I am excited about Legend campaign again. That's gonna be fun. The Legendary campaign.
Approve or deny them when they come in. They say, hey, is this someone you want? Okay, yeah. We talked in chat. I don't think you're the right person. We're gonna wait until we get the people that we want. And so, it's really about this balance of both being customizable.
I'm gonna have to take some cough medicine too. This cough is getting aggravating. Hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully, work goes smoothly today because I don't have much energy to spare.
I'm a guide player. I want to do Last Wish.
I'm still feeling kind of meh. I guess.
45 minutes to
Stay away from the anti-sweat LFGs unless you want to witness disaster.
I'm looking for people that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be using the in-game LFG all too often.
A tool that can do both of those things, and so it's a big step. These systems are very challenging, and I think we're going to learn a lot about when it's coming out. That's why we're like, this is coming out in season 23, and we are going to get people looking at this, playing this, and we're going to figure out, what happens when the community gets it in their hands. And
okay.
Make it in good shape for when people are using this tool to do final shape.
No longer roll away now. Oh, yes.
It really democratizes
so
some of that,
they're
like,
sticky,
experience, right? Like, new players don't know to go out of the game and look for these really legitimately good community services. But like, I think a lot of players stay contained to what's inside.
I guess Bungo did good. I don't feel like I'm going to sleep now after this showcase. Panda, you'll have to keep me posted on what the Reddit is all about. Reddit's probably already on fire.
Enter into the fire team finder flow. There might actually be a few more. Like one, there's like I'm gonna go
download Destiny 2 anyways.
My roster, and
yeah, do it.
Okay, do I want to do raids? You're gonna pick through this whole flow. There's another way.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about today though, work-wise, is I'm gonna be by myself today. So usually Mondays through Fridays minus Tuesdays, I'm with my coworker.
Click on that button and here you go, right? Like, and I think this is just going to expose a bunch of people.
It would be doom and gloom as it usually is. Exactly.
Guardian rank 7s into Guardian rank 8s, and
oh, the sword rework went live today too. That's kind of cool.
Along the way, maybe. If you want.
I'm gonna do some tired grocery shopping in a bit, buy lots of snacks, do it, Panda.
Setting this up as additive too. So like you said, we're not gonna take down any of these LFG sites that exist. Like you're welcome to still do it that way if you've built communities that you're comfortable with. Yep. This is gonna be another direction for players.
Absolutely.
Yep. So what does this mean for guided games?
Yeah. Okay, well that was a fun little bonus stream this morning.
Be coming to an end, and so we want to make sure we do this.
So let me go see about raiding over to somebody, and then I gotta get ready. Wish me luck, guys. That today is a decent day.
I think it's gonna solve a bunch of problems. Like, hey.
Hey, Lightyen's on, dude. I never get to raid Lightyen because his schedule and mine never coincide with each other.
And so, yeah, definitely.
Dude, let's go.
People being like, oh, how should I get into a group? Should I go?
You got this, Sen. Yes. Raid target will be Lightyen.
So Joe, this is for you. You mentioned in your video on Twitter last week.
Believe in you, yes. See, normally it wouldn't be such a big deal, but with how I'm feeling,
surprise.
Wow.
Can you say anything about those things?
I'm just like, okay, please don't be a crazy day today.
Okay.
Raid massage. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really had some fun reacting with you guys. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll probably, the next time we stream, which will be Thursday, we'll probably go over a little bit more about like what we saw in terms of like the weaponry and the new supers, because I want to rewatch the thing.
You're gonna be excited about what Xur's telling
Destiny 2 final shape.
Going back to strange points, right? Like this feeling of, hey, I'm doing ritual stuff in Destiny, strikes, PvP, and getting these coins.
That'll be our excuse me. That'll be our raid message for Lightyen.
Rewarding. It's optional. Pick what you want to do. Play Gambit. Play Strikes. Play Crucible.
Play Gambit, he says.
All right.
Coin
purse looking, right? Like, and then when Xur.
All right, Joe. I'm gonna pause you. Thank you so much for the reveal. Thank you, Bungie, for your hard work. I'm really hopeful for the expansion. But yeah. So let's raid over. Guys, you have a wonderful day. I'll probably hit you guys up in the Discord after I get home from work. And just be like, hey, I survived today, or today was a disaster. But yeah, guys, you take care. Have a great rest of your Taco Tuesday. We will be back at it on Thursday. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, probably rest until my shift starts, and then rest some more when I get home. So, guys, love you. Take care. Be awesome. I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Bye, everyone. Oh, hey, check that out. That's what happens, and you don't see it normally.